Welcome to your channel. See something new, see something amazing. Get ready to have your mind blown with incredible facts that will make you question life. Let's dive into the incredible and secretive world. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notification to never miss a video. The Jehovah's Witnesses take great pride in claiming they are not superstitious people. If you were to approach any witness around the globe and ask them about their superstitions, you would likely receive a uniform response. They have none. They genuinely believe they're free from superstitions, just as they genuinely believe they embody love and compassion. However, if they could step outside their perspective and view themselves from the outside looking in, they would recognize the irony. They are, in fact, quite superstitious. From their fear surrounding children's toys to their aversion to prayer and crosses, Jehovah's Witnesses demonstrate a wide range of superstitions they may not even realize they hold. In this video, we'll delve into 10 ridiculous superstitions that Jehovah's Witnesses are deathly afraid of. As we explore this list, feel free to chime in and share your thoughts. Do you agree that these beliefs are indeed superstitious? Or do you know of even more Jehovah's Witnesses superstitions? We look forward to reading your comments in the comments section. Superstition number 1. The fear of children's toys. It's no secret that Jehovah's Witnesses shun ex-members, but you might be shocked to learn that the organization also shuns children's toys, almost all of them actually. But before you jump to conclusions, you should know that shunning toys is actually a loving provision. How so? Because the Jehovah's Witnesses are desperately afraid that their children will be exposed to demonic influences through their toys. Now, some of you might not be old enough to remember the popular Cabbage Patch dolls from my childhood, while many Jehovah's Witnesses children were either banned from having these dolls or they were forced to destroy them when word got out that Cabbage Patch dolls are demonic. Today, other shows like My Little Pony, Smurfs, Trolls, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Pokemon, Harry Potter, and pretty much anything else that might be fun for kids are likewise banned by JWs, along with any toy that may have a sinister appearance. Number 2. The fear of demonic possession through objects. Since we're on the topic of Jehovah's Witnesses or voting items, I would be remiss not to mention their deeply held belief that certain religious items must also be shunned. This includes any images or depictions of God or Jesus Christ, the Trinity, or the cross. These items are to be avoided like the plague, and if they dare appear in a Jehovah's Witness house, they must be destroyed immediately. What then must we do with all those old Watchtower magazines that had a cross on them? I've got a couple ideas. Likewise, Jehovah's Witnesses shun all worldly symbols, any good luck charms, or amulets. But why? Because according to the Jehovah's Witnesses, these items invite demons. People who want to serve Jehovah need to get rid of everything related to spiritism. That includes books, magazines, movies, posters, and music recordings that encourage the practice of spiritism and make it seem appealing and exciting. Included too are amulets or other items worn for protection against evil. Number 3. The fear of fortune cookies. One thing about the Jehovah's Witnesses is that they love buffets. They're cheap and you can eat as much as you want, with plenty of options. In fairness, who doesn't love a good buffet? Buffets are awesome. When a student was studying the Bible with Jehovah's Witnesses, he went to a Chinese buffet with his Bible instructor after a Kingdom Hall meeting. One time when the waitress brought them drinks, she also brought them a handful of fortune cookies. Without thinking, he grabbed a fortune cookie to open it, and the brother said, "Don't." He looked up at him and explained that fortune cookies are a form of sorcery. He took the fortune cookies and threw them in the trash. He was so disappointed. He really wanted to know what his fortune was. And what better way to find out than through a Chinese buffet fortune cookie? Number 4, the fear of prayer. Jehovah's Witnesses believe that prayer conducted by non-witnesses, surprise, surprise, summon demons. A Jehovah's Witness will literally run away if a non-witness tries to pray with them. They believe deeply that Jesus Christ is not a mere angel and that he is a very God. They know you don't believe that, so they don't want to get into a discussion. But they would like to pray for you. And if you would just bow with them, let's ask Jesus to come and show us who is right here. After all this, we finally learned that God only listens to Jehovah's Witnesses' prayers. The fear of blessed food. Given that Jehovah's Witnesses are thusly afraid of prayers with anyone outside their religion, then it should come as no surprise that Jehovah's Witnesses also avoid eating foods that have been blessed or prayed over by non-Jehovah's Witnesses, viewing them as spiritually tainted. So, if you ever invite a witness to your home for dinner, you better not thank God for that food, or they won't eat with you. Not that a witness would ever eat with a non-believer anyway. You know you're a bad association, spoiling those useful Jehovah's Witnesses habits. Number 6, the fear of competitive sports. Many Jehovah's Witnesses are staunchly opposed to basketball, football, baseball, the Olympics, or any sporting event. They argue not only because these events promote so-called rivalries and improper desires, but also because in their view sporting events and games originated in paganism. For example, the NFL is a violent sport played in stadiums that resemble the Roman Colosseum. Jehovah's Witnesses often see these games as spiritually dangerous and offensive to God. Reason 1,974,263 why Jehovah's Witnesses are not allowed to have fun. Number 7, the fear of birthday celebrations. Jehovah's Witnesses avoid birthdays, pretty much for the same reason they avoid sporting events. They believe they have pagan origins and they are offensive to God. Ironically, Jehovah's Witnesses don't ban wedding rings. Even the wedding rings have pagan origins in ancient Egypt, where the rings or circle symbolizes eternity, and they don't avoid Thursdays either. Even though Thursday is named after the false god Thor or Thor's Day. The other reason Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate birthday is that the only 2 birthday celebrations in the Bible resulted in negative outcomes. Therefore, JWs believe the Bible indirectly teaches that if You celebrate birthdays, something that will happen to you. Pretty superstitious. Number 8. The fear of holiday celebrations, including Christmas. Holidays for most of us, they are a time for family, food, and questionable decisions about eggnog consumption. But if you're a Jehovah's Witness, holidays are a no-go zone. Christmas? No. Thanksgiving? Forget it. Easter? Absolutely not. Why? Because Jehovah's Witnesses firmly believe that all major holidays have pagan origin. And if there's one thing Jehovah's Witnesses can't stand more than a tacky Christmas sweater, as anything with a whiff of paganism, except for that wedding ring. But it doesn't stop at religious holidays. Oh no, even secular holidays like New Year's or heaven forbid, Valentine's Day are off limits. Why celebrate love when you could just not? Why risk the faintest association with some ancient Roman god where you could sit at home, enjoy some harmless snacks, and shun everyone in peace? Clearly, it's the safer option. Number 9. The fear of blood transfusion. Jehovah's Witnesses are staunch refusers of blood transfusions, both for themselves and their children, even when alternative is certain death. In fact, if a Jehovah's Witness receives a transfusion for themselves or their children, they will be immediately disfellowshipped and shunned by the organization. Jehovah's Witnesses base the strict dogmatic belief on a few Bible scriptures that they radically misinterpret. Genesis chapter 9 verse 4, Leviticus chapter 17 verse 14, and Acts chapter 15 verse 20. There is an article on website xjw.org that completely explained about these issues. However, in addition to believing that they're following God's commands regarding blood, there is another reason why the Jehovah's Witnesses don't take blood transfusion. It has to do with Genesis 9:4. It says that the soul is in the blood. So the superstitious elements here is that the Jehovah's Witnesses believe if they take a blood transfusion, they're mixing their blood or their soul with someone else's soul, and they fear that God would no longer recognize them. Number 10, the fear of higher education. Now you might think Jehovah's Witnesses just shy away from birthdays and holidays, but hold on to your textbooks, because higher education is another thing they got beef with. Why? Well, according to Watchtower, universities are dangerous hotbeds of worldly influence. Learning too much might fill your head with knowledge. For JWs, the pursuit of higher education is like setting sail on a ship with demon crossing sign. They believe it's a slippery slope to moral decay, where students are subjected to the influence of non-believers and all that fun stuff like critical thinking and self-expression. So instead, Jehovah's Witnesses choose to stick with what they know best and staying blissfully unaware of the rest of the world.